Deuteronomy is written to the children of Israel. Now, the question, like I asked earlier, who are they today? Is it the people that's over there in Israel today, the Israeli? Y'all think so? How about you, Dad?
I don't know.
No, they say they Israelis over there. Do you think it's them? They God's chosen people? Possibly. How about you, B?
We all God's chosen people.
Nah, we ain't going with that today. How about you, Juan? I got you. How about you, Juan?
I'm listening to you speak.
I appreciate it. So, I'm going to tell you straight. It's not them. The people that like the, at baby baptisms, like the suck on baby penises and stuff like that, they not God's chosen people. God does not ordain that. I'm going to just be frank with you. Yes. God is not with that. Y'all know. I know. God is not with. I'm going to tell you off the jump. If God is ordaining that, people follow the wrong God. But thankfully, that's not the God of this Bible. He don't ordain stuff like that. Proof of the pudding. Let's just get the color of the true Jews right quick. Jeremiah 14:2 right quick. Let's get the truth of the color of the Jews, and then we'll go back to Deuteronomy. Just to disprove the thought that they could be God's chosen people. So I know they in a fight with Palestine today, right? Got the whole world in an uproar. But what color are the true Jews? Watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Hey, it says Judah is in mourning. The Jews today ain't in mourning. They get a reparation from America every year. And they can't even give black people 40 acres and a mule. But they give it to the Jewish people over there every year. So they ain't in mourning. And they got America fights for them every time they go through something. Am I lying? But we got to walk down the street talking about no justice, no peace. I got to tell some... The cops just tried to lock me up a minute ago. And I got to tell them I'm a man. Those people are not in mourning. We are the people that's in mourning right now. The blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Go ahead.
They are black unto the ground.
Read it from the top. Maybe recall it and read it again. Maybe I messed something up.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
What color are the Jews?
They are black unto the ground.
The true Jews are black just like the ground. That's Bible. Go back to Deuteronomy 1:1. So first we got one strike against the so-called Israelis over there in the east right now. The true Jews are sitting in these barbershops right now getting their hair cut. They don't even know it. Watch this. Deuteronomy 1:1 and then go to Deuteronomy 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Israel, what color is Israel? We just read it. If you don't mind me asking.
David. You say they blame to the ground.
They what?
You say blame to the ground.
I didn't say anything.
That's what you said.
That's what the Bible said.
That's what your man said.
That's what the Bible said.
Yeah, I know it.
I appreciate it. What about you, B? You agree with that?
Yeah.
The true Israelites are black just like the ground.
That's right.
And Moses is speaking to them in the book of Deuteronomy. Is that it on that? Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Watch this, y'all. I'm going to show y'all something. Not only are the true Jews black, but they are going to go through certain stuff in the last days according to God. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, if you don't listen to the voice of God, which is found in this Bible,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
If the Israelites who are black don't listen to the voice of God, what's going to happen?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, B, question. Are curses good or bad? We view them as bad. So why didn't Future say God cursing all the trap niggas? You don't listen to Tyler, anybody else? Why didn't
talk about? I ain't heard that verse.
God bless? He said God blessing all the trap niggas. Why didn't he say God cursing all the trap niggas? Because okay, I'm gonna ask him one day. I don't know. How about you, Bad? What you think? What are curses? Good or bad things?
They can be both.
They can be both. So let's say your wife don't. I don't know who married her. Let's say your wife, girl, don't like you. She goes to one of them seances that can read in palms and read hands. and she think you cheating. Is she gonna try to bless you or curse you? I know if she don't like you, she ain't about to try to get you blessed. She gonna try to get you cursed. So curses are bad things. Generically bad things. How about that? How about that? Yeah. What'd you say, B? I'm just saying, you know, when the definition of curse.
So historically speaking, we can agree that curses are something with a negative tone.
Okay, so continue on.
So let's go to the next.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. All right, like I said, it's not to demean nobody. At the end of the day, I don't want to make nothing up. I appreciate it.
I'm just a straight to it type of person.
I like you. I like you.
We can just go ahead and get straight to the point.
I like
what you
that.
trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove that we got chosen people. That's the point I want to prove today before I leave. Which is impossible. It's a big book, bro.
Yeah.
But just definition of curse right quick, and then let's get some curses after that.
Curse. A solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something.
All right, let's see what harm or punishment God was intending for the black Israelites. There's no other Israelites on this earth except us. But let's see what harm he wanted to bring upon us. Verse 68. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What does Egypt mean? Egypt is a Greek word meaning bondage. Egypt is a Greek word for bondage. So let's actually prove it. Exodus 20 and 2. Hold that Deuteronomy 28. Watch this, my brother.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
God has brought us out of the land of Egypt before. The black Israelites. He ain't brought no other Israelites out of the land of Egypt. But they were black, confused for Egyptians. Come on.
Out of the house of bondage.
What did God call Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
What did God call Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
So why be there?
Wherever you would go.
The house of bondage is Egypt. When you're in bondage, what does that signify?
You're not free.
You're not free. What would they call it in 1865 or 1776 for black people? Slavery. Exactly. People were enslaved. So when he said he brought us out of the land of Egypt, he brought us out of slavery. Read it Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He's going to bring a certain people into slavery again with what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
What people went into slavery on slave ships? What's up, B? You got a grin on your face. What's up, B? What, who? A lot. What lot of people?
You know where you going with it.
Well, I'm going with
You know
it.
you got it.
Okay. But I want us to all agree. Yeah, I want us all.
You might not agree, but I do.
Okay, I feel it. How about you, my brother?
What's up, bro?
Who all wanted to slavery on ship?
People who come.
People would come. I'll take that answer right there. That's the cleanest answer. That's a political answer right there. That's political right there. You can say that on TV. He said people of color. People of color. All right, so we can all agree people without color ain't going on slave ship.
They going.
Okay, I like that. He said they going.
No, they going.
I like
but
that.
it's a whole lot less of them than it was.
But it's enough to go back into, so that's all that matters. Watch this, yo. Go ahead, bro.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
He said you're going to go into slavery by the way I described. Come on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
What is the it is talking about? It's talking about our homeland as a people. We got some people that we visited Israel, the current day, modern day Israel. There's some landmarks that was moved, but we visited their land. People was taking craps in the middle of the land. I'm talking about the people that call themselves God's chosen people today. Craps in the middle of the land. They ain't God's chosen people. They not.
I ain't say they are God's chosen people, but people, wherever you at, whatever land you want, people never treated the way that the people on the outside see it.
What you mean?
The people who live in the hood are treated like crap. People who live in the suburbs treat their area the way. The people who live there never really treated the way that you think that they should treat. It don't matter where you go. They don't,
You know what
because they don't value.
I agree.
See what I'm saying?
I can agree with that, but the big distinct difference is God's chosen people are guided by certain customs and laws, which God should give them a sense of morality and give them a guide on how they should conduct themselves on any land, especially land that's in the Bible. Jeremiah 4:26, right?
If that's what you need, it's fine. And I don't knock nobody for whatever they choose to believe in, or however they choose to get there, whether you Israelite, Baptist, whatever it is. If you don't need nobody to tell you what's righteous and what's not.
You know the major difference with that though is when you fit Baptist and Israelite, one is a nationality, one is a custom made by man.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you pushing your line. I'm talking about they push their line. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, make no letter. I'm saying your line is your line. You came here to ask them what denomination church they went to. That line going that way.
Just to understand where everybody mindset, where they grew up in.
Right.
As far as nationality, that's something you're born with. The customs that was given to you, that's what I asked you about.
Right.
Baptist, Christian, Mormonism, so on and so forth. Those are customs. I'm asking about nationality now.
But none of that has nothing to do with nothing.
What you mean?
Nationality, customs, whatever it is. I mean, this is just my, right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? Just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you're from or where you grew up with. If you live righteously, if you you treat people a certain way and you demand their respect for yourself, and you know what I'm saying, you hold yourself to a certain line.
So what's the certain line?
Whatever you can live with. You have to live with the consequences of your actions and your decisions. So you hold yourself to whatever principle or moral code that you live yourself by.
Okay.
And then you go from there.
Okay, I can take that. What about you, Ben? You agree with that? What did you say? If you're listening. All right. So I'm going to give you the... Okay, so what if your moral compass, and I like to go to the extreme. There has to be a foundation where everybody starts at and then go forward from there, if you get what I'm saying. Let's say your moral compass is, this is extreme, we don't support it, but let's say your moral compass says you can touch little children. Should you hold the next brother to that standard?
You ain't got a moral compass. I'm saying for that you don't have a moral compass. There is no morality in touching the little kid. You see what I'm saying? So you have no moral compass.
My whole point is you saying that justifies there should be a foundation for everybody. Everybody may not agree with you. You understand? They may say this is my moral compass. There you go. So from birth, everybody's given a certain inheritance, culture, not religion, because religion only means constraint, but everybody's given certain ways of life from birth. The black people, we take on what's around us. Why? Because somebody took away our birthright. They took away our heritage, our lineage, our homeland.
They removed us from one place and put us in another place, so now we lost.
That's part of it.
Well, you have nothing to ground to, so therefore we are adapting to what's around it.
But the land doesn't determine your morality compass. No. This right here is a history book, and I'm gonna show you. Just one second. Galatians 4:26.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So when it said he was going to take us into slavery by the way of ships, he was going to take us out of our land, which is Jerusalem, which is the mother of us all. That is the motherland. Now, back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Verse 15, right quick, again, just to show you why we was taken into slavery. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Why did God allow certain people who are black, who are God's actual chosen people, who are the Israelites? Why would He allow a curse such as them to go into ships? Why would He allow that?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So He said, if you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to get you cursed. I'm going to curse you as a people. And we agreed to that. Why is it important to keep the commandments? Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 4. Start at verse 3. Everybody else got culture. I'm talking so-called white man got a culture. They got an inheritance. They get to eat ticks off each other's beards. They get to come from Caucasus Mountains. They get to establish skyscrapers to the skies because they used to living in mountains. They get to do all this stuff. What about us? They took everything away from us. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 3. Yea, He loved the people. All His saints are in thy hands. And they sat down at thy feet, every one shall receive of thy words.
Go ahead.
Moses commanded us a
He
law.
did what?
Moses commanded us a
Go
law,
ahead.
even the inheritance,
A what?
even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
The laws are an inheritance, or heritage, which translates to culture. Right now, we don't have a culture. We like to make rap our culture. We like to make a lot of stuff we speak in rap music. We like to make that our culture, but it's not our culture. Our culture is found here, the laws of God. That's the moral compass. Now I know how I can deal with you. You know what I'm saying? This book supports you shouldn't be trying to sleep with little children. This book supports you should be married to your wife and not make hoes of your daughter. This book right here tells you a lot of things that we don't apply to this day, that we've lost. You get what I'm saying?
What book is it?
The King James Version Bible, which was transliterated by a black man. When I say transliterate, he authorized it to be switched over from Greek and Hebrew to what we can understand now, which is English.
And this is the book that you wrote with?
This is a historical book. Proof in the
Missing
pudding.
a bunch of stuff though, ain't it?
No.
It ain't.
They took out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so
The white man
it's
did.
missing
The
a
white
bunch
man
of stuff.
did.
So it's missing a bunch
The
of
white
stuff.
man did, yeah.
Right.
But this one right here, go ahead.
I was gonna say the book you're referring to. We have what we need.
Exactly.
No. You don't have what you need unless you have it all.
What you mean?
We do.
We do have it all.
But you don't have it here. That's the book you tell me.
Look, what I was saying was in the King James version, the King James version that everybody has today, the Protestant church, I believe the 1700s, took out 14 books. They took out 14 books. This is the original, right here, with all 80 books. With all 80. With all 80.
That's why I was asking you what you have right there. You tell me King James Version, I know King James Version ain't got all the books.
King James version 1611. That's a distinction right there. 1611. Who got it from William Tinsdale? Who got it from the person that came for him? They put him to death for trying to translate this Bible to English for us. William Tinsdale, another black man. You understand? So so-called white man did a lot of work to make sure we never return back to our heritage. And there's nothing against them, but it's prophecy that they would do it. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. Watch this. Watch this. But I ask you a nationality, man. What's your nationality? I'm black. Black. How about you, B? Hey, I ain't threw a joke down yet.
Nah,
He said black. Oh, what about you, B?
my nationality.
Yeah.
My birth, American.
Citizenship. That's your citizenship.
I'm asking.
American. Born in America.
Born natives. The two natives are black, ain't they? That's what
I agree with you. I agree with you. I ain't gonna disagree with that. How about you, bro?
Yeah, I'm on line.
I agree with that.
I'm aligned with what you say. Like I said, I don't check nothing unless I absolutely have to. If there's no way for me to get around
You don't pick
it,
other.
and I don't check nothing.
Okay.
I don't check nothing unless I absolutely have to. If there's no way to get past this form without checking, then I do check black. But for the most part, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna fix it because black is not a nationality.
I agree with that.
So
I can't disagree with nothing on that. Watch this. Hey, B, every time we call ourselves anything outside of what God calls us, that's a byword. We're going to prove it. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37.
What the so-called white man did today was change up everything. He changed up who Moab is in the Bible. He changed up who's Ammon in the Bible. He changed up themselves. Like they call themselves Caucasus because they come from what? Caucasians because they came from what? Caucasus Mountains. But what does God call them in the Bible?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is